Hi, this is a video response for xXExiBoXx, I think it's xXExiBoXx. Where did f of x plus h come from? So with calculus, we know that we're trying to find the gradient of a curve, and the problem with the gradient of a curve, it changes at each point. So what we want to do is come up with a general formula, and hence why we're using things like f of x plus h, because it's all generalized. So if we're looking to find, that's probably not the best color. If we're looking to find the gradient, we first of all need to look at the formula for the gradient, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is coming from our rise over our run. So in order to find that gradient, what we need to have 2 points on that curve, any 2 points. So because I don't know whichever points they are, often if we don't know what a point's called, we call it the point of xy. Now, as you know, we don't like, well, when we start to work into our harder maths, instead of using this y, we often interchange that with f of x, which means the function of x. It means the same thing as y, it has exactly the same meaning. However, we use f of x instead of y, where the x is what we're substituting into the actual function. Remember having, if I had the function f of x is equal to x plus 2. If I put in 3, it'd be 3 plus 2, which equals 5. If I put in 4, it'd be 4 plus 2, which is 6. So it just means that we're substituting the x value into that y function to get the value of it. So what we're going to use, instead of using x comma y, we're going to use x comma f of x. Okay, that's where the f of x comes from. Now, obviously, when I find the gradient, we need to have two different coordinates here. We've got the first coordinate, we've written that, remember, as x comma f of x, okay, which is the same as xy. So what I need to figure out is what is the coordinate of this point. Remember, we're using a generalized rule here, so this is going to work for absolutely every case. So what I'm actually going to do, I don't know what that point's going to be, so I'm going to let it be something else. Okay, so I'm actually going to add on remember, this is our x value, so I'm going to add on any distance. Now, what do we use for any distance? Well, we can use any letter to represent a particular distance. In this case, I'm using the letter h. Okay, so which is saying that if this is my x value, remember, if this was like 2, and that was maybe 3, 2 plus 3 would be 5, wouldn't it? Okay, if I was adding 6 to it, it'd be 2 plus 6 is 8. What if I add h to it? Well, it'll be 2 plus h. So in this case, it's not 2, it's x. So this coordinate here, this x coordinate, if that's x, then this coordinate here is x plus h, which means that's my, instead of having x, I'm going to have x plus h. So that's my x value, I guess, is now x plus h. So what would be my y coordinate at that point? Well, remember, to find my y value, we simply substitute the x value into the function. Remember, this is what we did here. That was x, so I substituted x into the function, made it f of x. So if this point is x plus h, I'm going to chuck that into the function and make it the function of x plus h. Okay, so it's hard to see because I'm running out of room there, but this coordinate would be coordinate of x plus h, that's my x coordinate, and it will be f of x plus h, where again, that is simply my x value, my second x value, and then I'm putting that into my function to find what the y value is going to be. So what we in fact have, we have two coordinates. We have that coordinate there, x plus h and f of x. We have that first one, which is x comma f of x. And then that's where we come to get our deriving from first principles, because we now substitute these two coordinates into that formula, which would be y2 minus y1. So in this case, it'd be f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, all over our x2 minus x1, which is x plus h, minus our x1, which is x, which leaves me with f of x plus h minus f of x, all over, well, x minus x is 0, h, there we go, that is my differentiation from first principles. So again, where that f of x plus h comes from, remember we're simply adding on that h to my x coordinates. So I'm adding on that way, so it becomes x plus h, and then I'm adding on plus h there to make it f of x plus h. Okay? If that doesn't make sense, please let me know, and I'll try to do another video for you. Cheers.